speak.
Hey,
And
I'm speaking.
I need to turn you up.
As always.
'Tis how it goes.
Are you saying I'm not at the max volume already, Bree? I'm insulted.
I mean, look.
No.
Don't bully me like this.
Listen.
Listens.
Listen, Baba.
Oh god.
Help me breathe.
Oh my god. Hodac, your theme gives me extreme nostalgia.
Yeah. Feel it. Feel the nostalgia. That's his life right now. Every time someone's like, hey, you have a dead wife, don't you? I'm like, I don't know.
Fuck.
That was literally a conversation. People were talking about his ring. He's like, I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus.
It's actually in his file. I think it's on his king chart as well. But that's something you would have read up on him.
Yeah, what do I know here? Because evidently he's got an amnestics, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what do I know about Mr. Hodac?
Mr. Hodac, pretty regular life, up until when he was in university getting his chemistry major.
Mm-hmm.
Where he accidentally created a SCP poison.
Okay.
On accident, and that's how the Foundation picked him up. Well, actually, not the Foundation. That's how. You would have it down that. Yeah, no, that's how the Foundation picked him up. From there, did a pretty regular flyby of research and development, and of course, containing SCPs. He has a couple under his belt that are mostly chemical based or viral infection based, and it would be in his notes that he did marry a fellow researcher, but from there most of it's blacked out. Even your clearance does not give you that.
Okay.
All that's given is that by order of the O5 Council themselves, which is already high enough, prolific as it is,
Ooh.
and the Ethics Committee, which is normal, but the O5 part is what really would jump out at you, that he is to go under amnestics concerning that person that he married, and he is not to be allowed to research and or look up that person in general. Mentions of his marriage aren't prohibited, but they're not recommended.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. I'm gonna highlight that for myself. Avoid mentioning marriage. Okay. Anything else? How old is he?
Oof. Looking at the hard questions, huh?
Ulu.
Really coming at my life here, Brie.
I have a knife.
You do. I see it. It's sharp.
I'll cut you.
That would hurt. It hurts. It's going inside me. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Oh no. No. You hilted it out. Oh boy. Yep, that's in there deep. Oh boy. Oh, you're pulling it out. Okay then. Yep, I'm bleeding now.
No, before you die,
40.
tell me.
40.
God.
Okay.
How old is he, motherfucker? I'll stab you again.
Is that 40?
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Shit, I've stabbed you and you didn't deserve it.
Didn't hear me over me bleeding out. Okay, it's fine.
I've never met someone whose blood actually screams.
Yep, it is. It's going right there.
It's fucking horrifying.
Good.
Oh.
My guess should be.
Alright, then, I guess we'll, I went into the roll 20. God, fuck. 1 second. Ugh. Gross.
Get a Hodac token very quickly.
Hodac-san.
Hodac-san.
Hodac-kun.
Oh, he also has some like multiple infractions here and there.
Infractions? What do you mean?
Oh, like stuff you're not supposed to do, but he did it anyway. So he's not
Oh,
supposed to have weapons or any acids or any other chemicals on him as he walks around base, but he's constantly have infractions where he's like, yeah, he had an acid in his pocket that he used in this situation, which helped us out, but
he
he's
wasn't
not supposed to have that acid.
Okay.
Right? Some slaps on the wrists here and there.
So he doesn't always listen to rules.
Not always.
Okay. Cool, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. He also has diabetes, and yet he still eats sweets. He does not keep track of it almost at all.
God, it's like looking in a mirror.
And he
I was
also,
gonna say, so what you're telling me is he's also Castle?
yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, you're looking at a mirror of yourself there, buddy. He also smokes. People are like, you shouldn't smoke, and also the rules are like, you shouldn't smoke like in the testing labs, and he still smokes in the testing labs. No
Okay.
one really stops him anymore. No one cares. He keeps off to his corner. He has like a fan on himself so that no one has to breathe in the smoke or anything. The smell doesn't travel. So he's very polite about it, but he just does it anyway.
Oh, damn, Hodac. That's some of the biggest dick energy I've seen in my time here at the Foundation.
Uh-huh.
Alright. And Kessel will be waiting in his office for Hodac to arrive when he's got him scheduled.
Right. He comes right on time. Like just as you're like, oh, he might be late, and you hear his footsteps.
Kessel waits.
He knocks on the door. You see he already has 2 cigarettes in his mouth that are both lit.
Come in.
Comes in.
Looks at the cigarettes. Does he have that weird fan thing that makes it so it's not going to stink up his room?
Right now he doesn't know.
Oh.
He kind of at the door looks at like, it gives you a look like, is it okay if we're smoking here, or
He shakes his head slowly.
sighs. It takes out like a little cube thingy. He inserts the 2 cigarettes into it, and then puts it back in his pocket.
Stinks up the furniture.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Alright. Are you alright with going by Hodac? Is there anything else you prefer to go by?
Hodac is fine.
Okay. How you doing today?
Eh.
Yeah?
Mm.
Can you explain what means?
Another day. Nothing good, nothing bad. Just eh.
And what does a usual day entail?
Waking up, going to work, researching either an SCP or an amnestic or a poison, or developing one of such 3, and then going to sleep.
Alright. So business as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well then, moving forward, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Hodac. I am 40. I majored in chemistry. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. My mother left the family. My father was an only parent. I've been working with the foundation for 17 years now.
Okay.
Shrugs. That's like, is that good enough?
He makes a motion to keep going.
One second. This is Jordan. You'll continue. I just need to
You're fine.
see what he continues about. Yeah, no, he'll continue on with going. I'm currently working at Site 113. My boss is a Dr. Vulture. one of my only friends, along with a Dr. Ryland, one of my other only friends. I barely tolerate anybody else. I have been told that I have a smoking addiction, but meh.
You don't tolerate anyone else.
Barely tolerate anyone else.
What is that?
I feel like my attention is earned. Otherwise, you go about your business and do your job, and we won't have problems.
Earned, as in... they need to be worth your time?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Or at least worth my extra time.
Okay. How would you say one gets to that status? Is it if they're good at their job? Is it because who they are as a person?
I believe it would vary case by case.
Okay. But so far there's only 2 people on that list.
There used to be more.
Such as?
Well, Dr. November Mead would be one, but they are dead. A Dr. Viticus Cornwall, he is dead. Dr. Aberdeen Green, dead. Dr. Finch, his mind was converted into a computer program to stop an SCP. He was given the Foundation Star for that. So technically dead. Technically. Though he's mostly trapped in a loop forever and all of time.
Okay. Is this a common theme, then? Being close to folks who don't stick around.
Perhaps, though I wouldn't say it's much of a common theme of my friendships and more a common theme of the work we do.
How have you been handling since November?
Quite alright.
I'm gonna empathy him.
Mm-hmm. Roll it up.
Oh, those are D20s. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
7 success.
Well, I mean, if we get rid of the 10s.
1 second.
Oh, there you go.
Let me fix it. I'll fix it. Okay.
Goodness gracious. Okay, well, God. He's not hiding anything. I assume you're just focused on how he feels about the death.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell there's a bit of, obviously, like the loss. Of course, there's a slight hint of like sadness. Of course, when a friend is lost, you know that. You've seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a slight bit of annoyance, even an anger maybe towards it. Not in the sort of like damn, she's dead, I fucking hate the world. Bah. It's literally pointed at like November herself.
So kind of like the natural grieving anger where you sort of blame the person a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I slurp up anything else, or is that the most of it?
That's the most of it. At the moment, if you want to like get a bit more general, since he got so much, he's pretty calm while talking about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's erratic or anything.
Yeah.
So you can tell like these emotions aren't like they don't come and go. It's not like a phase or anything.
Yeah.
He's very intrinsic and very steady and steadfast in these thoughts that he has right now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of things to ask.
Take your time. This is literally a job right now.
It is.
You get paid in EXP. It's about 10 EXP is about 1 penny in real world currency.
Gee golly. I can buy a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, that's right. So if someone wants to send me $100, you'll become a god. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm on it.
I would actually do it, so don't fucking test me.
Nani. He nods. And on average, how many hours of sleep would you say you get?
6.
It's not bad. That hasn't changed at all recently?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Moving on then. Is there anything from this session you're hoping to accomplish?
The end of it.
Okay. Well, you'll get that eventually.
Nods.
I've heard you're a fan of sweets.
They are pleasant. And most taste good.
I believe it noted, though, you have diabetes, don't you?
That is true.
Do you keep track of that?
I do.
Okay. I'm thinking. So straightforward. It's always the straightforward ones. When did you start smoking?
In my 20s.
You've been doing it ever since.
Well, it picked up a bit with the job.
What's that?
Like, holds out his hands, like, because of the job.
Stress.
Mhm. I fucking... Give me 1 fucking second.
What was
Yes, you piece of shit!
the fuck was that?
What's happening? Is Lucas's brother?
I'm sorry, my brother literally went in and saw the fact that I was on. I'm like, don't fucking do it, we're recording. And so I went back to go talk, and he did that.
I love him. I love
Straight up.
him.
I thought that was Kareem.
He just fucking
Just gonna
yodeled.
He just did
What?
my abaya, I think.
You did
Said
what?
what?
My abaya.
God
my
damn
God.
it. That was
That's what I-
beautiful.
That's what I
Let
fucking
him burn.
heard.
I hate him so much.
Oh. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's fine. What were we saying again?
They're talking about smoking.
Right. Yeah, so... Yeah, he's like, you asked if it was because of stress, and so he went, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I
And-
think.
You think?
He kind of looks confused for a moment.
I I sneak an empathy in.
Go for it.
2 successes.
With two, you get the feeling it's like someone who's trying to remember something, but can't.
Okay. About how many cigarettes do you smoke a day?
12
Okay.
on a good day.
And on a bad day?
Whole pack. Maybe 2.
You ever thought about quitting?
Someone's tried to get me to do that.
How'd that go?
She's dead.
Okay. Would you say that you're stressed often?
No.
Okay. But you did begin smoking more once you got this job, potentially because of the stress.
I think.
Okay. So the person that tried to get you to quit, did you actually try?
They were convincing.
Okay.
That's why I'm only at 12 a day now, I think.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm going through stuff again.
Take your time.
Alright. Let's see. Would you say generally in life that you feel you have a sense of purpose?
Give me a second. He thinks for a bit and then goes, not exactly. We're not exactly marching forward on our destiny or anything. I do work here, and I like doing work here, so I will continue to do work here until I am no longer needed. Or I can retire, one or the other.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies outside work?
I cook. And bake.
How many days do you work in a week?
Give me a second while I calculate that again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, it's because he's gonna give you a shitty answer, but so I gotta make sure it's extra shitty. Yeah, give me a second. Alright. He goes, my days are sporadic, but I work about 57 hours a week.
Okay. Any off days?
Yes, that's why it's sporadic.
So it's not a set off day, it's just whenever they happen.
Whenever I feel like it.
Okay. Okay. And then compared to work, how many hours do you think you'd spend on hobbies or something more involving self-care?
Five. Jesus.
Okay.
10.
Sporadic?
Whenever I get the time, whenever I feel like the time.
Okay.
But I'd say at least an hour a day, so at the very least 7.
What do you like to cook?
Anything, really.
Anything?
Mm,
Come on, you have to have a favorite.
thanks. Cakes are nice.
What kind of cake?
Carrot.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, he wouldn't say that. But he says vanilla.
Vanilla?
He's a straightforward man. Vanilla.
Love it. Got some nods. Sips his coffee. What got you into cooking?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Somewhat close, I think.
Gotcha. Alright, no other hobbies though? Just cooking?
No.
Okay. How many hours of the day would you say are spent socializing with other people?
1.
Is that in
Job.
one day or over the week?
Well, that depends. Does working and talking count?
I'm gonna say in relation to just general conversation.
So, chit chat.
Yeah.
1.
Okay. In a day or in a week?
Yes.
Sporadic.
Nah. It was like the first time he had a slight smile.
Okay. Okay. And this is because of what we talked about earlier? Okay. Let's see here. So, it sounds like you spend a lot of your time working. And you don't
That's
like
true.
giving your extra time to others you don't feel earned it.
Mm.
But it looks like you're the one in charge of your schedule, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you want to work all the time?
Drugs. Just feel like it.
Do you enjoy your job?
It's alright. Better than most.
Okay. Whenever there's any social gatherings, do you go to them?
Do mandatory social gatherings count?
No.
Sometimes.
What determines?
If any friends are going.
Do you find conversation with people you are not familiar with to be tiresome or exhausting?
I feel it is a waste of time unless it's for work.
Why is that?
Shrugs. Just feel it like that.
You can't put it into words?
Not particularly.
Alright, well, how about this? If you had to put it into 2 words, aside from indifferent, neutral, things like that, how would you describe it?
Hate it.
Okay. Alright then. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before we come to the end of our session?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. Well then, I do have an assignment for you before we see each other again. And I am going to be scheduling you for a follow-up session.
Okay.
I really should keep a jar for the amount of times I've gotten that reaction.
It would be full by now, I suspect.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so most of my bi-weeklies are full up right now.
So next month?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing it at least
That's alright then.
once a month. If I have an opening any sooner, you'll be notified at least a week in advance. Otherwise, for your assignment, I'd like you to try and take a step back and write out things you would want to achieve in the future. It can be in the near future or in the far off future. I want you to list at least 5.
Understood.
Alright. Well then, Hodac, it was good talking to you.
Have a nice day.
Likewise.
And with that, he gets up and goes to leave. Opens his little box, takes out the cigarettes that he put in, and then kind of stops for a second, puts in a third one, and walks off.
Castle watches, and he's just like, that's just unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yay! I got a Hodac.
Got a Hodac.
Alright, so that's one down.
One down. She'd be so fucking. Tommy's comment in the OC chat.
Oh, let me look.
If Leech was told that he was scheduled in for another one, he'd be so fucking delighted, is what I meant.
Oh, Leech, you are scheduled eventually.
Yeah, he's waiting in anticipation. He's very excited.
Aw. Leech, the one good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and now I got a glitz.
You do have bullets.
Let me set up my page.
Yeah.
Do.
Cool.
Hodac Therapy 1. Done, motherfucker. Glitz Therapy. Okay. Glitz Therapy. What do I know about Glitz going into this?
You know, he's been with the Foundation since he was a child. Was an MTF member, technically speaking, an attaché, or an aide, since he was a child. Trained, since he was a child, and eventually when he was old enough, he did was then officially attached to an actual Red Right Hand team, which you would know are the most loyal agents of the O5 Council.
Okay.
He used to be extremely lazy, to the point where deployment times were actually held up because of him, which is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But after an incident in which Yarn Quinn was killed, and he was affected by an SCP during that time, he did develop an anger issue as well. Positively, he affected as it's written. A positive from all of that is that he got more determined and more into his work. But he did develop some anger issues.
Okay.
He is quick to anger and a little bit irrational in his anger as well. Things that people say that give off the slight undertone of an insult, he'll pick that up first, other than if it's a joke or not.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. Though it hasn't exactly affected his missions. He's still able to act quite professional. It's only come up a couple of times where he needs to be told about it.
Okay.
Due to the fact that he did develop this problem and the fact that it's from an effect from an SCP, he was scheduled by his last therapist twice a week or twice a month, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so wait, so he's already getting therapy, or?
That was from the old one.
Oh, gotcha.
Which was before Snow.
Okay.
Another thing is that his adopted father, at the time he lost his family, because he got picked up during an SCP mission by a team from Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
His adopted father is actually Quinn.
Okay. Alright then. Bring the boy.
so we can play the instrumental version. So we don't need all this rap.
How dare!
How dare you? Where did I put the Evan boy? There is the Evan boy. Alright, so Evan arrives about a minute early.
Okay.
And I'll knock on the door. He's wearing just normal he's actually wearing his OTF gear.
Okay. Come in.
He enters. Sir?
Hello. What's the name you'd like to go by?
Evan is fine.
Okay. Feel free to take a seat, Evan.
He takes a seat.
How are you doing today?
Pretty okay.
Okay, meaning?
Good, I guess.
Alright. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Not really much other than in the file. Been with the Foundation most of my life. Not really the entire thing.
Alright. How old were you when you were picked up by Foundation?
Give me 1 second. As I scroll. Oh, he was 9.
Okay.
Or sorry, I should do that in character. 9.
9 years old? Alright. And where were you from before Foundation?
Iowa.
What was that like?
Don't really remember much of it. Kind of a shitty town, really. Nothing around for a couple miles. Small town, everyone knows everyone sort of thing.
Okay. Any family?
Not anymore.
What happened?
An incident by the name of the 64th inning stretch. Essentially, GOC members found an anomaly in a baseball field that was nearby, where a perpetual game of baseball was essentially being played. They tried to destroy it, and they fucked up, and it consumed the entire town in one big game of baseball to the death, really.
Were you caught in that?
Yes.
Were you the only one that got out?
Some others were saved.
Okay. Tell me about that.
About getting saved, or...
Doesn't vent.
Well, everything was normal for a bit, I guess. I was at school, actually in gym class at the time, when the sky went black for about 23 seconds before stadium lights lit up the entire town. An announcer began to speak, and then a multitude of baseball-themed objects, such as baseball bats, baseballs, not mitts, fucking catcher's mitts, other objects came to life and began playing baseball, he says with quotation marks, with humans in the middle, really. A lot of people did not live. And for the duration, I was just trying to get home.
Were you able to?
Hit anything that was in my way, and I got back. And my house was actually destroyed already by a home run. No one survived. Which is when I met up with a... He looks like he's about to say something, and then he just paused and goes, I met up with an MTF team with the red right hand.
Empathy.
Yep.
2 successes.
He was about to say dad.
Aww. Okay. Alright.
The town had begun contorting itself into odd angles, and, well, I lended my small frame. They were reluctant at first, but I was able to help them out, so they let me stick around. After it was all said and done, as with normal Foundation protocol, I was to be amnesticized, so that I forgot the entire thing, and probably sent off to some orphanage somewhere, but the amnestics didn't work on me, so they were stuck with me.
They didn't work?
They didn't work. Amnestics don't work on me.
Any reason?
Something about the formula, or at least the mainstream formula, or whatever. I'm immune to it.
Okay.
Or I just have a very stiff resistance, one or the other.
Okay. How often do you think about that whole event?
Not extremely often.
You say not extremely often?
Yeah. I force myself to think about it the month it happened, and go back, pay my respects, but other than that, I don't.
Okay. And moving forward now, I heard you had an encounter with an SCP.
Yeah.
What was that?
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. I'm an MTF. I deal with a lot of SCPs.
Does he have the SCP number?
Yeah, you would.
He'll list it.
Okay. You also know it as the Gauntlets of Mars.
Gauntlet of Mars, okay.
And he'll go, oh, that. Yeah. Essentially, it's a pair of gauntlets that make the user stronger and armored, essentially like a gladiator champion, or a champion of a god, I guess. When I've never put them on, nor do I know anyone that's put them on, but I know when you get hit by it, you get this little voice in your head that either wills you to keep moving and keep fighting until you die from the champion, or tells you that you're worthless and weak. And usually most people, well, that voice gets to them and they commit suicide or something. There are ways to, apparently, or the Foundation have found, to combat the voice, mostly therapy or whatever. I am a special case, unfortunately, it seems, where everyone just kind of gave up and got sadder and sadder, I got angrier.
Do you still hear the voice?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
What does it say?
What's it saying right now, or just what is it saying in general?
You can go for in general and then also now.
Usually it tells me either that I'm weak and I won't be able to do the things I'm trying to accomplish, or it tries to spur me on to do or make decisions that are not helpful or right, really. Right now, it's saying that you used to be a warrior and that you forsook that due to guilt or whatever, and that you need to die. And it wants me to take a helmet and bash your skull open.
Okay.
But he's just an asshole. It also, well, he's gonna stop for a second. Nope, it changed.
Hmm.
Saying you'd be a good candidate for the gauntlets.
Does it often change?
Sometimes. I mean, I think he still wants me to kill you. But he also wants you to put on the gauntlets. I think he's just a prissy bitch.
Notice you refer to it as he. It's personalized then?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he just thinks he's Mars. Or he actually might be Mars. Who knows?
Do you refer to him as Mars, or does he have a different name?
I refer to him as bitch.
Okay. Alright. Are there any times in which this voice is more active and or the opposite, where it's quieter?
There are times where it's more active.
When is that?
When something pisses me off.
So when you're angry. Any times when it is less active?
I don't think it likes watching me when I'm on the toilet.
Okay.
And then again, I might be focused on other things at the time.
Okay. And how long has this been going on for?
Ever since that happened, so that was 5 years ago. 4, something like that.
Okay. And being that this is a more, he makes quotations, supernatural force, medication hasn't been successful, correct?
No, it hasn't. Just something I gotta live with now.
Okay.
Till he fucks off.
Do you believe that will happen?
I don't know, but one can hope, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna actually empathy him at that. One success.
Yet he's being sort of genuine. There probably is a chance, but he's not like actually hoping for it.
Mm-hmm.
Not because he doesn't want to, but it's like that's probably not how it works.
Okay. Would you describe yourself with an anger problem?
Probably.
Okay. What generally makes you angry?
A lot of things. People being stupid. People insulting me, people trying to kill me is pretty a big thing, or anyone that's on my team, or one that I care about. Sometimes it's irrational, I guess.
Such as?
Well, sometimes I take jokes the wrong way, and I get actually angry about them.
What sort of jokes?
Anything from your mama jokes to, when someone like me would mess up and someone calls me stupid. Or that I'm just not smart. Little things, really, that I take out of hand.
Okay. And why is this, you think?
Probably because of the gauntlets. Or him, or whatever.
Does he insinuate they're insulting you?
Sometimes.
Okay. How many times in a week would you say that an incident may happen? Incident being you get angry.
Or at least once a day.
Once a day, okay. Did that happen already today?
Not yet.
Okay. Is it generally a joke that sets it off?
No, it can be anything, really.
What was it yesterday?
Someone flipped the power breaker in my room. Someone tried to plug in a space heater when they were hanging out. And it turned off my console before I could finish a level.
So what did you do?
I smashed my TV into pieces.
Okay. Do you have any mechanisms to help cope with your anger?
Yeah,
What are those?
I call the bitch a bitch.
Okay.
Sometimes I work out. Most of the time I work out. And train.
Okay, those are good.
I'd hope so.
Do you have any for in the moment when you may feel yourself becoming angry?
Not really.
Okay. Then, during our sessions, we're going to be working to try and establish that then. Is that alright?
Sure.
Okay.
Your funeral.
Shrugs. Drinks coffee.
Are you rolling, Bree?
He's not finished with it. Subtle power move. Okay. Anger aside, have there been any other problems you've been dealing with? Either by a side effect of the bitch or anything else in life?
Other side effects?
Anything else in life. It doesn't have to be side effects. If it is, are there any? Or is there anything that's affecting you emotionally, physically?
Well, physically speaking, I'm pretty sure because of the gauntlets I've gotten stronger. It's not exactly a problem, I guess. And then there's also the fact that I can't remember who my girlfriend is, apparently. Which is rather recent, I think.
Okay. Was he... He wasn't amnesticized, though, right?
Nope.
Okay. When did that happen?
Apparently it happened around the same time that Delta went to that one wishing game, or whatever.
Oh.
And they had to pick things to lose. I think I just ended up casualty of war with that. Lost the memory or two.
Do you know what was lost?
Apparently anything to do with my girlfriend.
And that is?
More Bradley.
Okay. Have you spoken to her about this?
Yeah,
How'd that go?
I went alright, I think. She didn't kick my ass or anything. And we decided to try and take things slow and remember bit by bit, hopefully.
Okay.
Or at least start over.
Alright. Are there any other spaces in your memory?
Not that I know of.
Okay. How are you handling the forgetting?
Okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of awkward, but...
He waits after he kind of trails off.
After, like, a minute of waiting, he understands that, like, oh, you need me to go off. As he goes. It's not like I care. I don't have emotions from the things I lost. I just see that someone else does. So, I'm trying. It's awkward. But I don't exactly feel much. I guess guilty, sort of. Even though it wasn't my fault.
Okay. How mature is Evan? Sorry. How old is Evan?
21. He's, I think he's a month older than Bonnie.
Holy shit. Small boy. Alright. Moving back to what we were talking about before. Is there anything you think you could do to help in situations where you feel yourself becoming angry?
To try and be understanding and not get angry. Or just try and leave any situation that could make me angry.
Okay. Do you have any, actually, no, he already asked that. Have you tried any on-the-spot coping mechanisms?
Didn't you already ask me that?
No, I asked if you had any coping mechanisms in general. I didn't ask if you've tried any.
On the spot? No.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear. In case you tried something before, I don't want to make you try it again. Empathy?
Go for it.
Damn. One success.
Reroll.
The bitch is hiding. 4 successes.
Alright, that's enough. You could see that, like, when he thought that you were asking him the same question twice, he was internally he was like, "This what? You think I'm a fucking idiot? I just did this." But he like just took a deep breath. He's like, "No, don't worry, it's not insulting you. Calm down."
Okay. Seems... I'm trying to think of how to phrase this.
Gotta be real careful.
Yeah, no, very much. The thing about Castle's nice because he's blunt as fuck. I'm just trying to think of what good wording is because I've written down what Castle sees. Now I just need to translate it into words.
Call it to him straight, Doc. See what happens.
Oh, how do I fucking word that? Fuck!
You don't. You tell it straight up, straight to his face.
Oh, I know, but I'm trying to think of, like, how to translate it from thought to word. Right. Was there anyone that ever looked down at you in the past?
Say it again, sorry.
Was there anyone that looked down at you in the past?
Down at me.
Judged, insinuated you weren't as smart as you were.
Thanks. I mean, my teachers, I guess, were kind of judges. My instructors, but that's just their job, I think.
Okay. Do you mind if I call a spade, Evan?
No, could you call your spades hearts, please?
Sure. I'm noticing a pattern here.
Oh.
And this may be something you've already noticed yourself, but... a lot of the things that anger you seem to be when you believe you are being looked down upon, specifically if someone thinks you are... Brianna's thinking, I'm sorry. He would say it. Specifically if someone thinks you're dumb. Even if you're not.
I mean, I would expand that to all insults, but sure.
I'm just noticing that one.
Right.
A lot. Why is that? Why do you think that would be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cross his arms.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. If at any point you need to take a step back or take a walk, let me know. That applies for any future therapy sessions as well.
Alright.
Alright. Is there... Sorry, I was reading the chat. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we end session today?
What's up with the Satanism?
Nice.
He's going for it.
First one.
First one.
I have to actually pull this up quick. 1 second. he kind of looks down at his necklace and nods. First one to ask.
Cool.
It's my personal beliefs. They're... I think it's called tentures. The rules are something to live by, in my opinion.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular reason, or...
Because I don't believe that the ones established by Christianity are very valuable. And I think living by a set of rules helps.
Got it.
If you ever wanted a connection to look them up, let me know. I have a book.
You made a book?
No, but I have the book at my house.
Oh. Alright. Cool.
Cool. I'm going to be putting you on weekly, if that's alright with you. If it gets in the way of your missions, that's fine, we can reschedule.
Oh. Keep you updated then.
Sounds good. I do also have an assignment for you. And I, Brianna, need to check quick. Okay, 1 sec. I'm debating what to make it. Because the thing about Evan is like... Get out of here, Tommy. The thing about him is he's actually handling it really well right now. Good boy.
He's trying. He's just doing it through excessive training in gym.
Whenever you begin to get angry, and those gauntlets, that bitch gets louder, I'd like you to start listing either to yourself in a book, whatever works best for you, the truth. So, if it says you are dumb, you write, or say for yourself that you aren't, that you are smart because this, and this. If it says something else, if it says you're weak, you're strong, because this, and this.
Alright.
Especially try doing that in the moment if something is frustrating you and that voice is getting louder. Counter it.
Okay.
And then next week, we'll go over how it went. Okay?
Alright, then.
Nods? Okay. If you need me at any point, just give a call. I can make room. Otherwise, I will see you next week.
Got it. Thanks.
Nods? I'm gonna roll the die now. We good?
Thank God. Stefan walks out.
Godspeed, Evan.
Hey, there you go. 2 out of 2.
2 out of 2.
Nice.
What a good boy.